Indépendance, cha-cha, tozumiye. Oki kwanza, cha-cha, tubakidi. Au table ronde, cha-cha, va gagner. Oni panda, cha-cha, tozumiye. Indépendance, cha-cha, tozumiye. Oki kwanza, cha-cha, tubakidi. Au table ronde, cha-cha, va gagner. Oni panda, cha-cha, tozumiye. Asoreko na bako, bayokani motomoko, nakonaka na cartel, balingani na front commun, bolikango kazavubu, elumumba na kalondi, boliatombe kamitatu, oesanja mutakanza. Indépendance, cha-cha, tozumiye. Oti kwanza, cha-cha, tubakidi. Au table ronde, cha-cha, baganye. Oni panda, cha-cha, tozumiye.
Manager of City of Glasgow College. Please give her a round of applause. And then joining her on stage is our only gentleman on the panel discussion. Please welcome to the stage Sir Geoff Palmer, OBE, who's Professor Emeritus in the School of Life Sciences at Terry University in Edinburgh, Scotland, and a human rights activist. Please give him a round of applause.
Also coming to the stage, we have a supermodel. Whoop! Can we get a whoop? So her name is Eunice Olumide. Am I saying that right? Yeah, Olumide. I'm not doing it, so you know I said it right. So Eunice is an MBE. She's born in Edinburgh. She's a British supermodel and has worked throughout the world, including the UK, the USA, Africa, Japan, France, Italy, and many, many more countries. So can we please welcome Eunice to the stage, please? And last but not least, we have Pheona Matovou. Have I said that right, Pheona? Have I said that? No. I'm so sorry. How do I say your name? Sorry. Matovou. So next up we have Pheona Matovou, who is a co-founder and strategic director of Radiant and Bridal Community Interest Company. So can we please welcome Pheona to the stage, please?
And just before the panel discussion starts, can we just ask that you all respect the conversation? So if your phone isn't already on silent, please put it on silent. And I know you might need to get up and go to the bathroom and stuff, but please do so quietly. Thank you.
Okay, yes, that's good. Good evening, everyone, again, and I'm so pleased to have you all in the stage today just to ask you some questions. Firstly, the questions are for myself, for my staff, as well as our volunteers and our women now groups as well. So before we get started, I wanted to just ask you to give you like 2 minutes quickly just to talk about yourself, to maybe highlight something that we haven't talked about, and then we'll let you go from Niara and then all the way to Pheona.
Thanks. Hi, can everybody hear me? Hi. So my name is Niara Dar. I'm the Quality Diversity and Inclusion Manager at the City of Glasgow College, second largest college in the UK. I'm also the chair of a new organisation, which is the Scottish Minority Ethnic Women's Network. I've worked in equality and diversity for almost 30 years. I've experience in higher education, in the NHS, and in the voluntary sector. And I'm really here to bring perspective of intersectionality here today. Which I think we've kind of achieved, given that we've only got one woman from the panel, so I look forward to your questions.
Well, thank you for asking me. My name is Geoff Palmer. My name is Geoff Palmer, and I was in London over the weekend speaking to a society called Reach Society. And when I sat on the table, there was a magazine. And when I opened up the magazine, this is in London, I found they had an article that I'd written about my mother. And there's a copy of it over there. And Yetunde has a copy, so you can have a look at it. But what I'm trying to say is that here is an article written by a black person in Scotland, whom, in fact, I do a lot of community work. I've been doing this in Scotland since 1964. And an article I wrote has been published in London. So I think there is something for us to do up here, is to use the talent we have in order to promote what the wonderful work we're doing in Scotland. In fact, the work Glasgow University has done on slavery is also in that magazine. It's also in a copy of my book, which I've given to the organisers, so if you buy a raffle ticket, you'll get a copy of my book, which I've signed, and when I'm dead, it'll be worth a fortune. So I want you to support your organisation by buying a raffle ticket. Thank you very much.
Hello. Not really good at my own PR, got to be honest with you. But yeah, I born and raised in Edinburgh, studied communications and mass media at GCU, did my masters in metaphysics, into physics, into psychology, into semiotics, psychoanalysis, looking at dominant discourses, and basically the way that since first book published to present date, how the media has completely changed our perception of reality and how it's used to kind of control the way that we think. I think a lot of people know me from working in fashion, doing movies like Alpha and Star Wars, and I also do broadcasting. I had my own show on BBC Radio 1, I had a show on BBC 1 Extra, and I just finished my show that's on BBC Radio 5 Live, which is called the Sister Collective. So it's 3 black women from across the UK talking about black female issues. And I do a lot of kind of like charity work across the UK, a lot of production. I've got a PR company, magazine, art gallery. I think I should pass the mic.
Hi everyone. So my name is Pheona Matovou, and I cannot tell you how delighted I am to be here. I've known Hamid for about 7 years. Yes, I'm going to embarrass you a bit.
Oh my God.
No, it's an absolute delight to see what you have achieved in this period of time when you set up Mbikudi. And for me, it's really important to acknowledge what you have done and your team, because it's not very easy to have an organization in the current environment and to set it up and actually keep it going. So really, I commend you and your team. Thank you for having us. And I'm also delighted to be on the panel with very distinguished people here. But I'll tell you a bit about myself. I have my team there as well, and my daughter Tiani. The first time I've come with her to an event, but I thought I should bring her because I think we are at a time when we need to be aware and to educate ourselves and the young people about the importance of who we are here right now. So I set up Radiant and Brighter with my husband in 2012. We are a community interest company, and purpose the purpose of what we do is really to bring people with lived experiences to share their knowledge and expertise, but at the same time to bridge the gap between mainstream organizations and sports and the minority ethnic communities. And if I go away before I say what the boss of community engagement in my office said, she's going to have a go at me. So I'll tell you, we do have a women's group that has reached over 180 women over the past 1.5 years. And our work is primarily to support women to have a space where they can speak. Because also I'm a Women's Enterprise Scotland ambassador with Hamid. But also, we have just partnered with the Royal Bank of Scotland, supporting people who want to start businesses. So if you just have an idea, and you're a woman from the BMB community, please come to our sessions and learn, but also at the same time share your knowledge, because we do believe everyone has something to share. And lastly, I will say that it's a delight to be here, but more importantly, it's even more delightful to have such a multicultural event, because sometimes I go to multicultural events that are unicultural. Thank you.
Thank you so much. That was amazing. And I'll go straight with the hard question. So I would like any of you actually to respond to this question. Can you tell us about your experience as leaders in Scotland?
Okay, my experience, that's varied. That's quite a wide question. My experience as a leader in Scotland has been, first of all, as a woman of colour. I found it very challenging. And I was at an event this morning, and somebody said something that completely resonated with me. And I didn't find it challenging because I lacked confidence, but because I lacked confidence in the systems. And I find that coming up into leadership, you have so many stages and barriers and understanding that you have to come to understand the structural obstructions and barriers. What do I mean? When I first set up the organization and started to understand my journey of leadership, I was almost thrust into it because I'd come here with my family of 3 children and a husband when I became pregnant when I was in London, but then had our last child here. And we found ourselves in a situation where we're not allowed to work or claim benefits or do anything for that matter due to immigration controls. And that was between 2007 and 2012. The Home Office went silent on us after a refusal, and it's a long process. But coming from that perspective and starting to develop and grow and understand that my lived experience matters. Me as a person, I matter in this society. I have had to see people. I think one of our very first events, we invited Sir Geoff Palmer. And I still need to see role models. I still need to see people that almost validate me in the Scottish society. And that's not because I am so needing, it's because it's a challenge to grow and develop as a leader when you cannot see other people and when the structures continuously obstruct you.
Thank you. I just wanted to add to what you said. I'm born and brought up in Glasgow, second generation, and I still recognise some of the challenges that you're talking about. I find my experience of leadership has been really frustrating, and I'll tell you why. Because when, as somebody from a minority ethnic background or a person of colour becomes a leader, they somehow make you feel that you are unique, that you've somehow managed to become a leader despite everything that you do, rather than saying you're a leader because of where you come from. And quite often when we talk about minority ethnic communities in Scotland, we talk in the deficit, and we don't talk in the positive. And so when I've had my own journey, it's like, yes, but you're different. Yes, but you've done something because of you don't conform. And I'm like, no, I'm not where I am today because I chose to walk away from my culture, my background, and my race. I can't, it's in my face, it's in my skin, I see it every morning. I've developed my leadership because of where I've come from. And I think that's one of the reasons that I wanted to set up the network, because I find that the narrative for BME women and BME people across Scotland is missing in the cultural diversity of Scotland. When we talk about cultural diversity, we talk about celebrations and we talk about deficits, but we don't talk about the contribution that the communities have made in Scotland. So leadership for me is everybody sitting in this room and being part of something. Leadership for me is when we talk collectively, like we met this morning in another meeting. Leadership for me is something that we need to absolutely define for ourselves. Because if we don't do that, and that narrative is not managed and recorded and accounted, our next generation will be exactly the same place that we are.
Exactly.
So that's what I take my stance of leadership.
Okay, I'm being very
straight up G, so I feel like you need to go there.
Well, leadership is about leading. It's about knowing what the people you're leading need. And that's what a leader does. You look behind and you see what the people you are leading need. And this is what I've tried to do. I mean, I came here on a banana boat, it's not a myth, in 1955. And I was classified as educationally subnormal in London in 1955. Now, the point is that I had a mother, and the mothers are very important because my mother could hardly read or write, but she came and knew what I need. She's a leader because she knew I needed £86 to bring me here. So she worked from 1951 to 1955 to save £86. So I'm the product of what a woman did and £86.